Blessed be witches, and welcome to another episode of Witch Please. It is I, Odin the Seer, and today we are going to be making our fire floor polish. Yes, witch, yeah. See, I have used it to protect my home. I have used it on my business to be able to polish the floors, to bring in clients. I will polish the floor in my office when I'm going to get into ritual. And I know this is a long process, because it is a long process, but you want to get that place vibrating. It is a wonderful way of breaking down, destroying, removing, casting out, repelling, but also to bring in wealth and finance and abundance. Now, another thing I want you guys to understand is when you're using this floor polish, it is important for you to get down in there, okay? We're talking hands and knees polishing. The more energy and the more time you put into polishing your floors, the better the result and outcome is going to be. You know, I've been asked before, well, what can I use this on? Well, I've used it on wood floors before, I've used it on laminate flooring before, and I've also used it on tiles. It's very natural, okay? This is a natural thing that you're going to be using. Now, I don't use a lot of it, and you'll see. Okay, so what are we gonna need for this? Well, I'm gonna be making 2 bottles of it today. So I have 2 little squeeze bottles with the flip, those. White vinegar. Distilled white vinegar. Now you can use apple cider vinegar on it as well. Now you can also use white wine vinegar, really any vinegar that you want to use, right? This is malt white vinegar, so you can use whatever vinegar you like. So you're also going to need some olive oil. When I was teaching one of my classes, I didn't really get into what we were going to be doing. I just started going into it. And one of my students was like, are we making a salad? I was like, so you're going to need some olive oil, and the essential oils you're going to be needing. You're going to be needing nutmeg, hyssop, juniper, ginger, and clove. So the first thing you're going to do is we are going to fill our bottle halfway, or a little bit less than halfway, with the vinegar of your choice. Vinegar is good for breaking down, to basically deteriorate something, dismantle something, to basically break it down. I mean, think about it. If you were to put an egg in vinegar, it actually has a tendency to be able to soften the shell, right? So it breaks things down. It eats away at things. So that's why we want to have the vinegar in here. We want to be able to eat away at whatever's in that block, any block in that house, anything that's causing you conflict, that's not allowing you to achieve your goals and your dreams. You want to break that away. So I'm actually going to pray over this vinegar, and then we are going to move on. So now that we have that done, we are going to be moving into the next step, and that is our olive oil. So we are just going to literally start pouring our olive oil in here. So is that not pretty, witches? Olive oil has always been good for success, abundance, finance, wealth, security, helping with foundations, healing, fertility, all of these wonderful variables. So this is the reason why we want to put this olive oil in here. So now I'm just going to say my prayer over this, and we're going to move on to the next ingredient. So ginger is just a wonderful amplifier. It's great for love. It's great for success. And this is the reason why we really put in the ginger, because the ginger is about breaking through anything that may be in your way that's blocking you from being able to achieve your goals and your dreams. Okay? So we're going to be putting in 3 drops of ginger in each one of this. So now what we're going to do is we are going to pray over this and add in the blessings for the ginger essential oil. Now, clove is good for protection. It is good for success. It is good for money. It is good for fidelity. It is good for helping with finance, breaking through blocks and barriers. It's just a wonderful addition. All right, so we're going to be adding in only 2 drops of this in each one of them. Okay, not a lot of this we don't have to really use. So 2 drops, and then we're going to be praying over this as well. Now, you might be asking, why are you only using 2 drops? This is unlike you, Odin. Well, I like to use the clove to balance. It's very important for me to bring in that balancing kind of a vibration. And I find that with clove, it's such a comforting type of botanical. So when I'm praying on this, I'm also going to be praying for balance. Okay? So let's pray over this and move on to the next one. Okay, so nutmeg, it's good for success, it's good for money, it's good for luck, it's good for family, it's good for abundance, it's good for comfort, it's good for all of these different variables, okay? And I love to add a little bit more of this, okay? So I'm going to be adding in 5 drops of the nutmeg. All right, so we are just going to be praying over this, adding our blessings, and then moving on to the next one. Now, we all know about hyssop because I talk about it all the time. Hyssop removes karma, okay? It is very, very powerful. It's great for protection, removal of karma. It's in the Bible, as I've stated on many, many videos. So it's all about cleansing, removal, and purification, okay? So we are going to be using 5 drops of this in each one of the bottles. And then we are going to pray over it. Now, juniper is great for anti-theft, it's great for protection, it's great for exorcism, it's great for removal, it also helps with success. It's just a wonderful addition to this because you want to be able to have that protection of your home. You want to be able to have that success. You want to have that, exorcism of anything that's not necessary or not wanted. And you want to be able to feel safe and comfortable within your home or your shop, right? So that anti-theft aspect of it is very, very powerful, and this is the reason why we put this in here. Now, we're going hardcore on this one, witches. I'm going to be putting 13 drops in each one of the bottles. And then we're going to pray. Now we're just going to put the top on this here. Okay? And we're going to shake them up and then smell them. Okay? Oh, yes. That is exactly what I'm talking about. And they do smell vinegary, but you do have that undertone of the other botanicals, and that's the reason why we use so much of the juniper, because you want to have that lemony kind of scent to it as well. Because the vinegar scent will go away, but the botanical scent will stay. So it is very vinegary, and as you can see, I shook it, and it is separating off, which is wonderful. I always get asked this question: how do I use it? Do I just and put it on my... No. What you need to do is I will take this and I will have about 2 liters to 2 to 3, sometimes even 4 liters of water. Depends on the size of the room that I'm going to be using. So I'll just shake it up and pour the whole thing into the water. Okay? And then I will use a microfiber cloth and I will dip it in and I will just go and I will work the floor. Work the floor, work the floor, work the floor. And I will be praying while I'm doing it, calling in what I need to call in. Right? And I'll just get down on the hands and knees and I'll do it and I'll do it and I'll do it. If you want to be a little thriftier with it, these bottles, what I also do is I will take them and I will fill up one of those bigger ones, the ones that are 1 liter, and I will put in half of this. I will shake it well and then pour in half, and then I can use that to spritz and spray. Okay, and again, remember, this is good for anywhere between 2 to 4 liters. So if you wanted to do it a couple of times, you can. Just make sure that you shake it well, okay? Now, having said that, this is just a wonderful way of keeping the vibration in your home the way you want it. I actually have rooms dedicated to certain areas. As you see, I have a purple wall behind me. This is because it's my spirit room, right? So I will actually handle each room very differently. So if I'm in my air room, then I will have a tendency to use that room for a lot of air type things. If I'm in this room here, which is my spirit room, it combines all of them. So I will use all of these products within this room. If I'm in my bedroom is my water room. So let's say if I am working with deep emotions or triggers within my reality, right? I will use my water floor wash on that to be able to help facilitate those transformations within my reality. So again, the sky is the limit for you in using these. You can use each one of these in conjunction with each other. Use the air mist to be able to bring in that sense of the air element. Use this to, to be able to bring in fire and breaking through of all the blocks and whatnot. Use the floor sweep to be able to ground and center your home. You're really only limited to your own abilities. And another thing, this allows you to truly understand the vibrations of your home and what your home is telling you it needs to be able to work with you to manifest your truths protect you, keep you safe, and keep you constantly moving to a reality that is within your best interest. So that is our episode for today, witches. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have not subscribed, you need to press subscribe. Join the Witch Please family and do not miss out on a thing. You can follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, as well as Facebook. Do not forget to press subscribe and click on the notification icon. I said it before, witches, and I'll say it again. It is a pleasure to have you in my world. It is an honor to have you in my magic. And you are always in my heart. I'll see you again on another episode of Witch. Please. I love you, boo-boos. Bye-bye.